Detroit, Michigan, Tabernacle number 2, say Diane Watkins.
All hail. St. Diane Watkins, and I'm representing the history of Tabernacle number 2 in Detroit, Michigan. Evangelist William Madison Holmes was sent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in 1992 by the late Bishop Abel S. Dickerson to establish a work in Detroit, Michigan, Tabernacle number 1. It was first housed at the corner of Antonym and Rhodella, and later relocated to Rivier and Brayton. It had a membership of approximately 50 saints. Evangelist Holmes was also Deacon Stephen of the church. He was much loved by the saints and well respected by the community. Evangelist Holmes fell asleep on October the 1st, 1943. From Baltimore, Maryland, Evangelist J.B. Forehand was sent to Tabernacle number 1 by the late Bishop John Wesley Dickerson in 1944. It is said that Evangelist Forehand passed the church with a stern hand. He fell asleep on the church steps in 1948. At the demise of Evangelist Forehand, the late Chief Evangelist Joseph Sims Percy of Fairmont, West Virginia, was appointed pastor of the Detroit Tabernacle by Bishop John Dickerson. At the age of 3 months, Joe Percy was named and blessed by Bishop William Saunders Crowder. The young Percy began preaching at the age of 12. In 1926, he was appointed the first General Superintendent of Sabbath School, and in 1932, at the General Assembly in Baltimore, Maryland, he was appointed Evangelist at Large by Bishop Abel. In 1971, Evangelist Percy was appointed Chief Evangelist by the present Executive Officer, Bishop James R. Grant. Chief Percy traveled extensively in the evangelistic field in the church and the United States, Canada, and the West Indies Islands. He was loved by all who knew him and is best remembered for his dynamic preaching and the messages he brought. Chief Joseph Sims Percy fell asleep in Detroit, Michigan on December the 18th, 1981. It was at this time that Chief Percy's assistant pastor, Elder Isaac Bryant, took over the pastorship of the Detroit Tabernacle. It was under his leadership that the Detroit Tabernacle was incorporated by the state of Michigan as Tabernacle number 2. Elder Bryant was instrumental in establishing the renowned Fellowship Weekend, which is still going on today. Elder Bryant fell asleep on November 28, 1990. Bishop Grant appointed the chairman of the Presbytery Board, Evangelist at Large, R. Condra Ward of Wheeling, West Virginia, as the overseer of Tabernacle number 2, and Sister Elder Dorothy Bryant as its interim pastor until she relinquished this appointment in February of '92. Evangelist Ward appointed St. Samuel Warren the deacon of Tabernacle and left him in charge of the spiritual responsibilities of the church. Today our Tabernacle is housed at 20348 West McNichols at the corner of Stout and Detroit, Michigan. We invite you all to come and visit with us at any time. We at Tabernacle number 2 are learning teachings of Prophet William S. Crowley as he left it on record and have a rejoicing time in the Spirit of God.